Parents, what's the weirdest thing your kid tried to sneak into their school bag? It was a Thursday, not a regular Thursday, but a Thursday that woke up and chose violence. My alarm clock died overnight. My cat knocked my coffee off the counter. The milk was expired. I had exactly 12 minutes to get my 8-year-old daughter ready for school. I found her in the kitchen wearing rubber gloves and safety goggles, carefully pouring something into her backpack. The counter looked like a crime scene. There was dirt everywhere, sand, what appeared to be sugar water dripping onto the floor, and tiny moving dots that my pre-coffee brain couldn't process. "Morning, sweetie," I said, already sensing doom. "What exactly are we doing?" She spun around like I'd caught her robbing a bank. "Nothing, just packing for school." "Why is your backpack moving?" She looked me dead in the eyes. "It's not moving. You need coffee." The backpack was definitely moving. Not just moving, but vibrating like it was full of angry bees, which would have been better than what it actually was. "Open the bag." "I'd rather not." "Open the bag." She sighed like I'd asked her to solve world hunger, then slowly unzipped it. Let me break down what I found inside. 1. An entire ant farm, not a small one. The full glass rectangle she got for her birthday, somehow wedged diagonally across the main compartment. The ants were thriving, building tunnels like they were competing on a reality show. 2. 3 sandwich bags full of loose ants. Just ants. Hundreds of them. Some had escaped and were exploring her pencil case like tiny tourists. 3. A laminated business plan titled Peyton's Ant Empire, bringing science to 2nd grade. 4. My credit card. 5. A jar of honey labeled Ant Energy Drink in purple marker. 6. A magnifying glass. I stood there watching ants march across her spelling homework. My brain was trying to process how my child had created a mobile insect civilization before breakfast. "Peyton," I said slowly, "why are you bringing an ant farm to school?" She crossed her arms. "Because Mrs. Meyer said we need to think outside the box for our science projects. This is literally inside a box." "Exactly. It's ironic." "Do you know what ironic means?" "It means ants." I rubbed my temples. "No, it doesn't. And you can't bring livestock to school." "They're not livestock. They're employees." "Employees?" She pulled out a tiny notebook. "I've named them all. This is Greg. He's the foreman. These are his assistants. Kevin through Kevin 7. You named 7 ants, Kevin? It's easier for payroll." "Payroll?" I was scared to ask. "What are you paying them?" "Honey and respect." Let's pause here. My 8-year-old had created a functioning ant corporation with a management structure and compensation package. Meanwhile, I couldn't even remember if I'd paid the electric bill. "You're not bringing ants to school," I said firmly. "But I promised them." "You promised the ants?" "We have a contract." She pulled out a crayon-drawn document with ant footprints at the bottom. "How did you get ant signatures?" "I dipped them in ink. They were very cooperative. We had 7 minutes until school started. I was holding a bag of ants. My credit card had ant footprints on it. Everything smelled like honey." "Fine," I said, because I'm weak. "But only the ant farm. No loose ants." "Deal," she said, already rezipping the backpack. I should have known better. I dropped her off and went to work, still finding ants in my car. Around lunch, my phone rang. The principal's voice was unusually high. "We have a situation. Did you know Peyton brought ants to school?" My soul left my body. "Just the ant farm, right?" "Well, yes. And also what she's calling her backup colony." Turns out she'd hidden ants everywhere. Her lunchbox contained a smaller ant farm made from a sandwich container. Her jacket pockets had ant motels made from matchboxes. Her socks had ant packets taped to them. She'd turned herself into a walking ant sanctuary. I had to leave work, collect approximately 1,000 ants, and sign a no insect transport agreement. The principal kept using the phrase biological hazard while trying not to laugh. When we got home, I found her in her room drawing blueprints for Ant Farm 2.0, now with better security. "You're grounded," I said. "The ants aren't," she replied. So now the ant farm lives in our garage, upgraded with tiny furniture Peyton made from bottle caps. Every morning she gives them a motivational speech before school. She started a journal tracking their productivity. Last week she tried to claim them as dependents on my taxes. And me? I check every pocket, every zipper, every possible hiding spot before school. Because if this kid ever discovers termites, we're all doomed.